So I'm trying this Let's Play thing again. Not that anyone will necessarily know it's an again except for me, because the other ones I was using a... Yesterday I tried to record some Grim Fandango Let's Play doings. It's from like where I'd already fucked off from the game a while ago because it's a janky ass port. Anyway, I did a bunch of complaining about that when I was playing that, but I was wearing a crappy pair of earbuds with the mic like just sort of hanging there off one of the cords. If you use earbuds, you know what I mean. If you don't use earbuds, you probably don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. So yeah, the audio didn't get picked up great. I don't know if we'll ever be able to like boost my voice levels enough to that be worth posting. Is this Seattle? Oh, it would make sense. Coffee. Because it's like, that's not the CN Tower. It's not tall enough and it's not shaped right. So yeah, gotta be Seattle. Oh, Seattle. I've been to a very small 1 block or so stretch of you twice. I have a brother who lives in Washington State. I distracted myself. I will do that. So yeah, I'm gonna press the any key, get this started. Hopefully this will go better, because my ex slash best friend slash roommate slash we're not entirely defining it right now lent me her headset, because she's awesome, so hopefully this will go better. Played a little bit of this game before once, and it seems so cute. I was like, no, this is too good. If I'm gonna try doing Let's Plays, I gotta Let's Play this. Also, I'm sorry if I move my mic at some point so that I can fit my latte. I've got a Tim's latte, Tim Hortons. If you're not Canadian, you may not be familiar. It's like the tiniest bit better than Dunkin' Donuts if you're from the US. So yeah. I got a latte from them on my way home, still drinking that. So, yeah, if there's mic noise, it's probably my latte hit the mic, and I am sorry. I will aim not to let that happen. Or if there's mic noise when I move the mic. Hopefully that won't happen, though. I kind of assume that these little headset things are good enough that they don't make like noises when you move the mic around, but I really don't know. I've never actually used one before. I'm 38, and this is I was today years old the first time I actually recorded shit on one of these headsets. Never actually thought about that before. Man, this is what happens when you don't have consoles growing up. You're like so fucking behind on shit. I don't even... It's true too, because like I talked to my cousins who also weren't allowed to have... No, one of my cousins who they weren't allowed to have consoles growing up either, and she also doesn't really know how to consoles. So yeah, I'll push the wrong button a lot. Bear with me. I have a very, very shallow learning curve when it comes to hand-eye coordination related shit. I'll stop babbling and let us go! Any key. Shit. Well, I'm gonna do a new profile, but with the same name. Because that's the name I like to use. But I'm gonna do a new game, because I don't remember anything I did before, and who knows, maybe I won't even want to make the same choices. So I understand that the premise of this game is that you're running a coffee shop, and there's like all kinds of awesome folks who come into the coffee shop. Poison is correct. There are very few occasions on which one can say poison is correct. But in this case, poison is absolutely correct. Yeah, much as I like Poison Ivy, I'm never ever gonna call myself Pamela because I have two extremely important women in my life already who are named Pamela, and that would just be kind of fucked up. Thankfully one goes by Pam and the other goes by Pamela, so it's not that hard to differentiate which one I'm talking about, but I'm not putting myself in that mix, it would be rude. Play game. At some point I'm gonna have to do endless, but I want a story. I like a story. Holy shit, Seattle last year, but no COVID! What the fuck? Maybe this is just a really, really irresponsible coffee bar. I'm gonna say, since I'm involved, largely madness, but also a little bit of dreams. Oh, I should read this aloud. Seattle 2020, a city filled with dreams and madness. A time when the Great War between races is but a footnote in history. I'm obviously doing a very dramatic reading. A time when anyone can dream of being whatever they want to be. Well, that's never been true. And have those dreams crushed before they can even be discussed. Okay, no, this is why I downloaded this game. That's right. That's accurate. Accurate. I feel this game in my soul already. But still, it is a place and time where anything can happen. Is it? Credits! Oh, I couldn't read them. It is when the elves have left the forest to build their startups. When the dwarves have emerged from their caves to start their automotive empires. Why are they in Seattle and not Detroit then? When the orcs have put down their axes and started using computers to improve their lives. All orcs, wonderful. All orcs used axes in this reality. That's... Hey, you know what? That's actually kind of interesting. I'm so curious what the social structure is of orc society that's how they ended up... Only axes. You know what? Maybe they were woodcutters. And when humans live among them, as driven as ever. That's unfortunate, humans suck. It is a city that holds the many dreams and stories of its people. In its sweaty little hands. Most of these stories are left untold. Tragedy. But some few find solace in the embrace of bricks and wood and glass and covfefe. I call coffee covfefe. If you don't like that, I suggest you get the fuck out now because it's gonna keep happening. Oh shit, latte touched the mic. No, that's terrible. Okay, gonna move it a little further out, but hopefully not too much further out, and not drop the controller, which is kind of a little bit fucked up already, so no, thank you. The controller's just slightly fuggy. Okay. Let's try this again. Hopefully I've not moved the mic too far away from my mouth, or too close to my mouth. I really kind of wish there was some way to monitor my levels while I was doing this, but as far as I'm aware, there is not, so you know what? I'm just gonna do what I can. Alright, yes, I warned you about my saying covfefe. Let's move on. They are told over drinks. Stories, being they, are told over drinks, and then take up residence in some stranger's memories. You can never have drinks with someone you know. It's not... in this universe, it's disallowed. Only strangers. If you see someone you know, you, are legally required to leave. In one corner of the city stands a coffee shop. Shocking in Seattle. Unfucking heard of. Wait, do those flowers belong to the singer? And is that guy just thinking of stealing them? Well, I shouldn't say guy. Is that person just thinking of stealing them, like the blonde? Well, the shorter ones with the darker hair is like, no, come on. It's like, yeah, your friend's an asshole. Kick him in the balls. Or if he doesn't have those, kick him where it does hurt. I shouldn't gender people in this game. Everyone can be theys in this game. No one can stop me. I can say that. A place that is only open when the sun is sleeping. I didn't know the sun slept. Magical. A place where people share their stories. And these are their stories. This is your life! I really only know that from Sesame Street. Yes, I'm totally, telling you how old I am without telling you how old I am. I am 38. Now I have actually told you how old I am. It is Tuesday, September 22nd, 2020. Not in real life, in the game. And the coffee shop is apparently called Coffee Talk, which is convenient seeing as that's also the name of the game. I couldn't have seen that coming. And my cat just ran out unexpectedly from under my chair. I didn't know he was there, and I'm really glad that I didn't back up. God damn it, did my fucking drink touch the mic again? I thought I moved that thing. The mic, not the drink. Well, also the drink. Let's just play the game. Button. Loading. Yeah, fill that coffee. Do it, do it. I like coffee, okay. Holy shit, that actually surprised me. I have, like, the most startle reflex, though, so... Drown your trouble in coffee. That's better than just drown in coffee. Welcome. Oh, it's you. I don't know if I'm supposed to be happy or unhappy. Freya? That's funny. My bestie slash Ruby has a close friend named Freya. Or, I don't know if they're close. A good friend named Freya. I also know Freya. That my bestie is friends with. I'm just talking for no reason now. I wonder what that star is outside. Whatever. I mean in the game, not in real life. That would be really rude if I was just... Freya's like, yes, I'm just gonna move along and pretend I wasn't babbling. Freya's like, hey Poison, how's the night so far? It's calm, as usual. We've got a slight problem though. Uh-oh. Huh? What happened? My supplier made some logistical errors. I don't have half my ingredients today. Why am I open then? Man, that's a bummer. Don't worry. I can still serve the caffeine you desperately need. That's good to hear, is it? I'm like enabling your caffeine addiction, and that's good to hear? I don't know if it is. You know what? Fair enough. Anyway, let me set things up first. You're our first customer after all. Like of the day or ever. Don't worry, take your time. I'm a writer, not an editor. So, I'm used to taking things slow. Hey, I'm an editor and a writer, and I take everything slow. So, you know what? Do it at your pace. Then again, I also end up having to stay up all night to finish shit sometimes because it's due the next day and I took it too slow. So don't listen to anything I'm saying. I give bad advice. Heh, writer's block again? I'm reading dialogue now. I should probably mention that. You got that right, says Freya. What are you writing now? Do you remember my plan to ... I don't. Oh shit. Is that a microwave, or like a coffee maker, or the front door? No, the front door has a bell. Ah. Pardon the interruption. The machine is ready. Oh god, that sounds like a threat. Do you want your triple shot espresso now? Oh, I'd have jitters. I couldn't, no. I once made the mistake of buying 2 triple shot espresso lattes in a row because they came with this really nice flavor syrup that tasted like really, really good. With like sorry, I got distracted by my cat crawling out from somewhere I didn't realize he crawled into. It tasted it was like this toffee syrup. They only made it this like literally one Barnes & Noble when I lived in Boston, which was literally across the street from me, which was terribly convenient, and I do mean terrible, because I would go and get them all the time, and like the toffee syrup went so well with the bitterness of the espresso, so one time I went and got 2 of them, and I actually drank them both in the same afternoon, and that was like such a mistake. I was so unhappy, because I like could not, like, my eyes were like, felt like they were extra wide. It's like, oh god, I'm like jittery now. Legally, like, handshake. I get handshake like just from being tired, because chronic muscle pain issues and like tightness and shit. So it's like, yeah, I have handshake enough on a regular basis. Sometimes if I'm just like tired or like my blood sugar is low, someone will be handing me like a glass of water or something, or like a mug, and it's like, I can see them looking at my hands shaking. It's like, do I tell them I'm not nervous and this is just like a physical chronic issue thing, or do I just like, usually no one mentions it, so I'm just like, you know what, I'm not gonna mention it either, this is awkward. But yeah, Freya's coffee consumption is shocks me. I'm talking more than I'm playing. That's not what you're supposed to do, is it? I did mention in the video that I started making yesterday, I'm gonna do Let's Plays wrong, because I don't actually know what the fuck I'm doing, and also, you know, kicking my perfectionism in the teeth, so... It is what it is? Is it? I'm gonna keep playing. Freya says, yes, please. She does want her triple shot, or they do want their triple shot espresso now. Man, Freya's hair is great. If I could bear to stop dyeing my hair bright red, ooh, cat person, I would totally dye it bright green like that, but I'm not quite there yet. And if you forget how to make it, just check your phone, okay? Oh, handy. Anyway, I really need that triple shot espresso. Phone? Wait. Okay, this can't be too hard. There's limited options. Coffee. Coffee. But she did not say a latte, so I'm just assuming coffee, coffee, coffee. Though really it should be espresso, 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 because that's not the same as the other coffee, coffee, coffee. Serve it! 1 cup, excuse me, of triple shot espresso. Special for my only customer tonight. Again, why am I open? That aroma. It was a not an very important. Had to correct myself. Ah, exactly what I need. Why is she laughing? You know what? It's because the caffeine's just affecting her that fast. Straight to the bloodstream. Gross. Anyway, where were we? Your plan to do something? Yes, that. It's not that I hate writing stories for the newspaper, you know? But it seems like the right time for something bigger. So, a novel? Yeah, because you go straight from writing non-fiction to writing a novel? Maybe she was writing short stories for the newspaper. I guess she didn't clarify. It's more like, you know, if you're writing for the newspaper, wouldn't you go straight to literary non-fiction? Whatever. I studied publishing. I'm just talking too much about things I know too much about. Yes, that's Freya. It sounded so simple when I was making the plan. Really? Writing a novel sounded simple when you were making the plan, and you're an adult with a job who's done writing for a living for a while. Have you heard of writing a novel before? I'm just asking. At least you still have your job, in case things go awry. Did I say something wrong? No, you were right. Oh, I thought she was laughing sarcastically and she was gonna say she quit, that's why I did the laughter weird. You said something I should have thought about myself. What are you talking about? You know who owns the Evening Whispers? Wow, what a bizarre name for a newspaper, I love it. GRA Media, right? I'm gonna call them GRA Media from now on. GRA Media. Yes. And they are also the biggest book publisher in the country. Wow, that's, kind of a monopoly? A little bit? Like, publishers and newspapers shouldn't necessarily... You know what? Let's move on. So, when an opportunity presented itself, I took it. Okay, but let me tell you, as someone who's actually worked in publishing, if you start in the wrong branch of publishing, you will never be able to, like, move sideways to the branch that you want. They will make you start at the lowest echelons if you ever change careers and work your way up from the bottom floor, like editorial assistant or whatever it is that is your entry-level position. Because publishing is a really old, really slow industry to change, infamously slow to change. That wouldn't actually work. Their world is a better world than ours, where that wouldn't actually work, because it does work for her. And it should. It just doesn't in real life. I once turned down a job working on the, like, printing and sales arm of publishing because I wanted to work in editorial, and if I got the wrong credentials, I knew I was gonna get, like, pigeonholed forever, so it was just like, I'm so sorry, I really appreciated that you actually are, like, kind of, like, going after me for this job, but I have to say no. In the end, I realized that, because I did get an interview with Penguin in New York at one point, and they actually seemed to like me a lot, but yeah, I'm Canadian, I was on a student visa learning, and they couldn't justify getting me a visa to work for them. Like, it was just like, oh, thanks for coming in. So, like, the person who was hounding me from the other place was like, you know what? That was never going to happen anyway, because, again, I would need a visa. You can't get visas for entry-level publishing jobs in the US. Like, as much as it's considered, like, a glamour industry and shit, because it, like, seems so special, literally anyone, like, can learn to be an editorial assistant just by doing an apprenticeship style if you care enough to bother paying attention to what you're doing and learning. That was how I started before I went to school for it for a couple of years. Was I just started working for a publishing company in Montreal that's now defunct. But it was just like, yeah, I have no experience with this other than editing shit for school, but can I? And they were like, sure, we're not going to pay you. It was only 4 months, so that worked out. But yeah, you can come work for us. It's like, well, good experience. And, like, I learned as much there as I learned formally in school. So, yeah, you don't need a visa to work in publishing. If you want to work in publishing, I honestly just try going for it. And if they tell you you need some kind of credentials, get them. But, you know, try just going for an apprenticeship style. That is especially if you want to freelance, that is my suggestion. You don't need a degree. I got one because I didn't know what the fuck else to do with myself at the time. It looks good on a resume. Never helped me get a job. Anyway, that's enough babbling of publishing. She took it. What do you mean by opportunity? Well, I bumped into one of the big guys in the elevator. So naturally, I pitched my book idea. Ooh. Good show. I'd be too shy. I'm like ... Freya's like ... I'm like ... Freya's again like ... Come on, don't look at me like that, says Freya. Are you for real? Yeah, I know. It was such a stupid thing to do. Not necessarily. People have actually gotten, like, jobs that way. If you can do it, if you got the moxie, you got the charisma, and you got the idea, go for it. So, how did they react? Thankfully, he'd seen my short stories. So he challenged me. If I can get a draft ready in a month, he'll pull some strings. See? Totally worth it. And I know, again, this is a fantasy universe, but this I've heard actually can work. If you're in the right business, you're in the right elevator at the right time, might as well take a shot. Worst you do is you're a little embarrassed. Doesn't mean the person's not going to remember you later. You're nobody to them. You can always try again. And he'll get the fiction publishing division to sign me up for a publishing deal. Nice. Though you'd think that they would want to collect your short stories first, if she's that good, but whatever. That sounds great. It actually does. What about your job at the Evening Whispers? Do you have time to do both? That's the hard part. I've been secretly working on the novel during office hours, and I'm falling behind on the newspaper's deadlines. You probably shouldn't be working on it during office hours to the point you're falling behind on deadlines, Freya. If the chief finds out, she'll probably kick me out. Ouch. Well, at least you've got a month to finish the initial draft. That was last week. I'm like ... Again, don't look at me like that. How far along are you? I assume the number of words you have written is not too far from 0? Hey, that's rude. I've written some stuff, you know. May I see it? She's like, well, I feel like she should be like, no. It was so bad that, well, after reading it, I decided to just delete everything immediately. Oh, I've been there more times than I care to remember, especially when I've been under deadline. Even self-imposed deadlines where it's like, I just want to submit a magazine to this piece, a piece to this, like, magazine or journal or, like, anthology or whatever by their deadline. It's like, no one there knows I'm going to try. I'm the only one who's presented myself with this goal. It's just like, I can't do this. Everything I write is crap. Getting better about it. It's still hard. It's still really hard. I'm like ... again. So, yeah, 0 words? Yes. A really need to finish it in at most 2 weeks. Then I'll use the extra week to polish and do some editing. Sounds like a plan? If you could pull it off. I know. You don't need to be so cynical about it. That's why I'm here today. I'm hoping to find some inspiration. I wrote some of my best short stories here, you know. Really? Glad this place could be of service. Oh, it looks like someone's coming. Wow, that sounded wrong. Ooh, Share Factory's been installed. Oh yeah, the cute girl. Not that Freya's not cute, but this like demon lady or whatever she is super cute. Orc? I don't remember. Anyway. Oh, I was like, hey, and she was like, hello. I forgot to read that. Freya's like, good evening. For here, miss? The new person's like, the girl, I guess. So she's like, yes, please. I'm really not sure what to order, though. I'm not gonna do voices. I'm too embarrassed. Maybe if I start feeling comfortable doing this, but for now, all the characters are just gonna talk like me. What do you recommend? That depends highly on your mood. I'm just here to meet my boyfriend. Damn it! Not planning to be awake all night. So, definitely no coffee. Freya's like, how about something chocolatey? It's perfect for this weather. She's giggling about this in a way that totally makes me think she's like somehow subtly flirting with her. That's a good idea, actually, says the new girl. Thank you. Freya's like, you're welcome. Oh, she's totally checking her out. They're totally checking each other out. Look at those eyes. Oh my gosh, her phone also has horns. That is too cute, I just realized. Okay, but if I actually ran this, it would be like no smoking inside for me, both because I personally am not a cigarette smoker and because that would actually be illegal where I live. So, new girl's like, anything with chocolate in, please. And I'm like, anything you want, you're so cute. Chocolate, and milk. Brew! Serve it? Hope you don't hate it? 1 cup of chocolatey goodness. She's like, thank you. So warm. So, you're waiting for your boyfriend? Freya's like, yeah, boyfriend. Hope he doesn't show up. Yes, he should be here soon. Look at you now, Freya says. You went from empty to 3 customers in 1 night. Is this unusual for me? And if so, how the hell am I in business? In 1 night? New girl's like, I thought this place would be more crowded. Considering that it's the only coffee shop that's still open after midnight around here. Freya's like, because it's the only coffee shop that still opens past midnight, it's mostly empty. New girl's like, now that you mention it, is it good for business, having the coffee shop only open at night? I don't know, but it sounds like a fucking dream come true to me as, like, the player. Oh my god, I would so love to own a open only at night business. I'm such a night owl. Unfortunately, that would not work very well in Halifax, the city where I live. We don't have that kind of nightlife. We're kind of getting there, but I still don't think I would get enough business. Freya's like, definitely not. I'm like, yep, what she said. Really, in Seattle? That surprises me. New girl's like, then why? I just love doing it. And there's always someone longing for a warm drink at this hour. So like, is this a registered charity? How do I make money? Ugh, games. If only real life could be more like you. New girl's like, that's fascinating. Pardon me for asking, but how can you survive running the coffee shop like this? I'm like, Sadewa Himitsu. I'm sorry, I'm a huge Slayers fan, and every time I see That's a Secret, I can only think of Zelos being like, Sadewa Himitsu. So yeah, I may occasionally say that in my extremely poorly accented Japanese. Let's move on. Freya's like, poison here is damn rich, that's a secret. Ah. Living the dream. Literally, because this is fiction. Your girl's like, oh really? ... question mark. Oh, maybe she's interested now. I'm like, she's exaggerating. Freya's like, don't worry about it, poison can manage. I'm sure this place isn't going bankrupt anytime soon. So you'll still have a weird, quiet place to meet up at night. Your girl's like, that's good to hear. By the way, are you a regular here? Oh, I knew they were flirting. Freya's like, I don't really have anywhere else to go. I'm a writer who works best at night and in a coffee shop. Not so many options for that. Your girl's like, no wonder. I'm like, she's a pretty good writer, you know. I'm totally trying to hook them up now. You can even find some of her stories in the Evening Whispers. Freya's like, shut up! Your girl's like, wow, that's really interesting. What kind of things do you cover? Freya says, I cover the stories of people around town. Personal, interesting, weird stories. I also contribute to their short stories. That answers that question. Your girl's like, I love their fiction. You wrote those stories? Freya's like, thank you. I wrote most of them, but not all. That's so cool, says New Girl. Then, are you here to write a new piece? Freya's like, I should be, but I don't even know what to write about. Is this the mysterious boyfriend? I'm like, welcome. Hi. Sorry to keep you waiting, says presumably the boyfriend. Your girl's like, it's okay. I had a nice chat with the fine folks here. Freya's like, hi there? Like, hi there? Like, she's not sure about this guy. She was creeping on his girlfriend. Come on, GTFO. She was hoping he wouldn't show up, man. Boyfriend's like, hello. I'm like, would you like to order something? He says, surprise me. Your girl's like, what kind of an order is that? Boyfriend's like, well, I don't really know what to order. So I say, do you have any preferences, sir? He says, something bitter to keep me awake? With milk? Oh, and draw some latte art on the top. If we actually have to draw art, this is going to go terribly. I'm bad at drawing in real life, much less in a game with a computer controller, so like, this is not going to be good. Maybe it'll automate the latte art. Latte art. Oh boy. Oh dear. No, I wanted to... But... No, I didn't get to do any. I hit X. I thought I was supposed to hit X. What did I do? What did I do? I'll try again next time. Given that I did nothing, it's nice that he's like, this is what you call latte art? That's cute, because honestly, that would be an appropriate response, given I didn't actually do any latte art. I tried. I pushed the wrong buttons. Just like in real life. That is not true. He says the drink's perfect, so didn't fail at that, at least. Anyway, he says, I was distracted by some work, plus there's the rain. Your girl's like, it's okay, Bailey's. He's named Bailey's. That's excellent. It's named after Bailey's. Not Bailey, Bailey's. Like the alcohol. I approve. I was having a nice chat with them. Oh yeah, see, she's trying to hint, like, you can get out of here now. I like talking with this Freya chick. Bailey's is like, oh yeah, I haven't properly introduced myself to his girlfriend? That seems strange. Hi, I'm Bailey's. Hi, Bailey's. Do you want me to pour you into some coffee? It's like, I'm just making bad jokes. Your girl's like, oh my, where are my manners? I haven't introduced myself either. My name is Lua. That's a much better name than Bailey's. Freya's like, hi, I'm Freya. I'm like, nice to meet both of you. I'm Poison. Yes, I am. Lua says, hey, did you know that Freya here is a raider for the Evening Whispers? Bailey says, oh, really? I've done some work for them a few times. Freya's like, oh, what kind of work? Bailey says, I'm a freelance designer and illustrator. Ooh, schmancy. I've done some caricatures and infographics for the paper. Freya says, I assume you were in contact with Steve? Bailey says, yep, he's a nice guy to work with. Now Freya's like, oh, really? Bailey's is all ... No, he isn't. But I've dealt with worse clients. I see. Way worse. I believe it. Freya says, yeah, I'm glad he's in the design and visuals department. I wouldn't be able to stand working with him directly. Sounds like a peach. Bailey's laughs and is like, come on. He's tough to deal with, but definitely not the worst. Freya's like, oh, of course. Like, yeah, okay, dude, you don't have to work with them all day. I just love reading subtext into the shit that's not actually there. No matter how deep you go, there's always another layer of hell. Maybe that subtext really was there. Oh, he laughed at that. Okay, that's good. How do you usually deal with bad customers here? I assume she's asking me. Yes. I reply, the only bad customers this late at night are lost drunks or criminals. Lost criminals? Yes, I have to assume. Lost criminals. You know, they're just coming in to ask directions for the place where they're trying to rob. I'm like, oh yeah, the bank's just like a couple doors down the street. Oh, that person's apartment? Yeah, I know them. They live over there. Lua's like, that sounds really bad. It does, actually. And then I'm like, no, apparently. I say, nah, they're easy to handle. No, it does sound really bad, though. Freya tells me that's because you're good with your fists. I'm so much cooler in this game than in real life. Not as good as your coffee-making skill, though. Thank you, I say. I'll take that as a compliment. And I would if it were true, but it's not. Freya's all, you're welcome. Anyway, I really need to start writing whatever it is that I'm going to write. So, I'll leave you two. Oh, yeah, she's totally, like, checking out Lua again before she goes. In the hands of our friendly neighborhood barista is totally like, yeah, you're my wing person. Come on now, Poison. You know what to do. Oh, Lua's like, where are you going to write? Like, oh, I can keep checking you out wherever you're going to sit. Tell me. Freya's like, oh, not far. Just over there at that table in the corner. Subtext, come join me when you're bored with your boyfriend. Next to the windows. That's my spot. You can find me there anytime. Lua's like, oh, okay, have fun. Freya's like, I'll try. You can tell from her expression, it's like, how can I have fun without you? Bailey's is like, good luck. Yeah, no one was talking to you, man. Freya says thanks, she's so polite. Bailey's asks, should we move to other seats too? Lua says, nah, here is good. Okay then. So, how was your day? Asked Bailey's. It was fine. Work was nothing special. I finished my proposal early so I could get out of the office. Plus, my boss was in a really good mood all day. I thought your boss was always a happy-go-lucky person. Well, he is. But today he was happier than usual. I'm not sure what happened, but it was great seeing him smile so much. What about you? Any problems with your latest client? Yeah, this one is a pain in the ass. You know those memes that depict terrible clients? Well, she fits all the bills. I could go on forever complaining about her, but that won't help me a bit. We should make a meme about her. And lose my current project for a minute of laughter? That might be worth it. Bailey's isn't as bad as I thought. Lua's like, you should ask Poison here about how to deal with annoying clients. I thought that I said that I just didn't really have to. Now he's like, oh yeah? How do you usually deal with annoying customers? I thought that I just, like, totally, like, dodged Freya asking me about this. They're not gonna let it go. They want to know. The ones you don't need your fists to take care of. Okay, that's a slightly different subject. I do have my own methods, apparently, but it wouldn't be wise to talk about customers to other customers. Fair. Bailey says, now that's one good lesson to learn for the day. Oh. Is that a phone buzz? Yep, Lua's phone's buzzing. They're all ... Bailey's is like, your parents? Lua says, yes. Or ... So you talked to them? I did, says Lua. It didn't end well? No. What did they say? A lot. Or ... for Bailey's. And from Lua and Bailey's. They won't give us a chance at all? Asked Bailey's. Anyone but an elf, says Lua. That's in quotation marks. You know, parents who say shit like that, just like in this game, just like in real life, they never actually mean anyone but X minority group. They always mean no one but someone who's exactly like how I perceive you to be, which is exactly like me. It's like, yeah, okay, so I'm gonna come home with, like, you know, this time a werewolf or something instead, and they're like, no, fuck that too. It's like, you said anyone but, and it's like, well, clearly we lied. I'm not actually, thankfully, speaking from personal experience, because I've only ever brought one person home, but I expect that that will change in time. That's what they said. How about you, says Lua. Bailey's is like more or less the same. I got into a fight with my old man. That's why I'm staying at Farron's place now. They kicked you out? Wow, Lua's pissed. You don't have to do this, you know? They're your family. I can't stand even one more second being a part of them. I might not have a stable income, but I can manage. But still. You don't know what they said about you last night. Lua's like ... exclamation point. Fair. I'm sorry, says Bailey's. What did they say about me? Or about my race, I assume? This is a pet peeve. It should be species. I just feel like it's actually kind of like race is a bullshit enough term in the first place, given that it's based on sociology and sociological categories created by, well, eugenicists, not by scientists based on ethnicity, like nothing to do with ethnicity. So it's like when we're talking about people who are literally different species, it would be helpful that if we actually use the term species to help uncomplicate the term race. So, you know, just when you're talking about a real world issue. I'll probably babble and rant about this in future Let's Plays, so I'm just gonna keep moving forward. But yes, they're bad-mouthing her species because they're shits, but so are her family. Oh, Bailey's is like, forget it, he doesn't want to say, yeah, I've been there. I have been there with my family and my ex. And yeah. I want to know, says Lua. Just the same old shit. Mumbling about how elves are holy creatures, about our immortality, about how even if I outlive you... What? Lua asks. Nothing, says Bailey's. About how if you outlive me, no other elves want to be with an elf that's already been tainted by a lowly succubus? Oh, gosh, and here I was thinking she was maybe an orc or something. That's probably considered even worse. I always thought and still think succubi and incubi are like so cool. And by always, I mean like since whenever I heard that they existed, which probably wasn't until I was like at least my very, well, you know, like 11, 12, 13-ish. Bailey's is like ... shrug. That's exactly what they said. Now they're both ... again. So this is it then, says Lua. The end of our relationship. Bailey says, it doesn't have to be. You know our families will never agree, says Lua. Bailey's is like ... We can just continue like this. What do you mean? They don't need to know that we're still dating. Secret relationship! Or she could just get with Freya. Good idea. We can just continue the way we've always been, says Bailey's. Without them knowing. And then what? Asked Lua. Do you want to be hiding our relationship through the rest of eternity? We're not like humans, you know. We can't just elope. And you won't get permission because you're too old. Lua, says Bailey. Bailey's, not Bailey. Bailey's. I don't care about their permission. I'll be glad to sever my family ties if I have to. I can't let you do that, says Lua. You'll lose your immortality. Oh, so this is like super Lord of the Rings-ish. Bailey's is like, if I get to spend my life with you, I don't mind. But if he loses his immortality, does he just turn into a bottle of Bailey's? It's gotta be like, green dyed, like, St. Patrick's Day Bailey's or some shit too, because of like, he's wearing all the green. This is my theory. I'm making shit up, but that's my theory. My theory is that I'm making shit up. It's a good theory. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be proven. If I get to spend my life with you, I don't mind. I might have already read that. I don't mind a bit. It was like ... You're making this hard for both of us. Do you feel happy when you're with me? Asked Bailey's. Of course I do. Then you don't need any more reasons. You know we're perfect for each other. You don't even need to look deep down. Trust me, we can do this together. More ... from Lua. And Bailey's. I can't think about this clearly right now, says Lua. We'll talk later. Lua, wait! And she's gone. I still think she should date Freya. Oh, now Bailey's is sad. Oh, he's all, I'm sorry you had to listen to our problems. That's alright. This coffee shop has seen all kinds of stories. I do hope yours will have a happy ending. Yeah, of her getting with Freya and him getting with, I don't know, somebody makes him happy. I don't really care. Heh, I hope so too, he says. Do you have any alcohol? Your name is Bailey's. Why don't you have alcohol? Sadly, no. I don't have a license. Shame. That is a bummer, Bailey's. Well, do you have anything that's warm and can calm me down? Do you like green tea lattes, I ask? Green tea lattes? I'll take one. Well, he likes green, so... green tea, milk. Brew. Should it be 2 milks and 1 green tea? I guess it depends on whether you want more matcha flavor or more... oh yeah, he likes latte art. Let's see if I can not fuck this up this time. Okay, so pour milk. Trying to pour the milk. But I am moving the cursor. Am I not moving the cursor? Oh, there we go. R2. Okay. Woo! Pouring milk. Lots of milk. I am pouring. Okay. No. There. Etch. Woo, I think I poured too much milk. Yeah, this is totally art. I'm not just like fucking around and have no idea what the shit I'm doing right now. Art. I've never seen a more artistic art in all of my video gaming, which, as I think I mentioned up front, is not actually that much. It's... wow. Much art. Very... etch. Okay. Now let's try inverting this. Because I don't know what they mean exactly by invert. You can invert, but you can't outvert. I have questions. Many questions. Okay, that's good enough. I'm bored. Serve! Here's your order. It's like, this is the weirdest green tea latte I've ever seen. Well, it's what you're getting. Won't be enough to make my day any worse, though. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me make another one for you. No need, he says. I'm fine with this. It looks brown now. That is weird. Whoa, what? He's not even technically broken up with a girlfriend. He was just telling her they're perfect for each other. Now he's like, are you married? Do you see a ring? Me? No. Just like in real life. Good. Do you have someone you love? Dude, stop hitting on me. I love this coffee shop, but romantically? I don't know. In real life, I'm not coffee shop romantic, but I don't know me in the game. Maybe I am. But I'm sure that's not the answer you're looking for. Okay, apparently not. He's like, heh, I didn't really have any expectations. Then why did you ask? Man, out of all the people in the whole world, why did I fall for her? Well, if you're actually perfect for each other, like you said, wouldn't that answer itself? Whatever, I don't know. You can't choose who you fall in love with. I say that's a lie. You absolutely can. What? I mean, I guess you can't... There's this Margaret Atwood quote that I love. You can't help how you feel, but you can help how you behave. It's from the Handmaid's Tale novel. I've liked that since I was like 16. It's like, I guess you can't help who you quote-unquote fall in love with, but you can sure as hell help whether or not you act on it and be an asshole, or just like... not? If it's not appropriate? I don't know. Then again, they were both single, so it's not like the shit that I'm thinking of. They're fine. They're just have asshole families. He's like, you can if you try hard enough. Yo, that's what I'm saying. Yes. Well, yes, but not in the context that his old man meant. Like, he's like, at least that's what my old man said. No, no, no. Yeah, his dad really is one pretentious elf. He's not lying when he says that. But I guess all of them are. Do you include yourself in that, sir? Entitled, pretentious, immortal douchebags. That should be a screenshot. That's a good screenshot. I don't know how to screenshot. Oh well. I guess I won't. It's not like I'm not going to play this game again. Oh yeah, what happens if I... Oh, bios. Freya. That's... Oh, she changed her hair color. Like that the little messaging app is Tomodachi. Birthday, 29 January. Oh, a month and a half after mine-ish. Writer for the Evening Whispers. Talks about mundane things, art, and life in general. Georgie. I only know that he's like a security guard or something. Possibly a cop. Just unfortunate. Birthday, June 1st. Gala. Oh, kitties! Day, 13th September. I look forward to meeting him. I love kitties. Lua! Birthday, 2nd October. My French accent is gonna suck. Paysage soit. I don't know what that means. I should. I'm Canadian. I took French classes from like 1st or 2nd grade, I think 2nd grade until 9th grade, but I was always shit at them, and then I started taking German in high school, so my accent sucks, and my comprehension sucks, and I just kind of suck. In case that wasn't already obvious. Bailey's freelance designer, birthday 10th August. Freelance designer and #1 pumpkin spice fan. I don't believe that. Everyone says they're the #1 pumpkin spice fan, and I just don't believe them. I can't believe any of them. Brew pad. Oh, this must be where I can like check out how to make drinks. So a latte is supposed to be coffee latte. Yes, that's great. That's helpful. Coffee milk. Cappuccino is coffee milk. An Italian delight. A latte is a caffeine boost dominated by milk. Dark chocolate. A warm and calming darkness. True. Espresso. Coffee. I feel like Garfield. Coffee. Yes, I'm showing my age again. I'm not actually embarrassed about that, so please feel free to make fun of me for it as much as you might like. Blacker than a moonless night, hotter and more bitter than hell itself. No, hell is bitter. I knew it's supposed to be hot. I didn't know it's bitter. Oh, undiscovered lattes. Shit. It's like an undiscovered country, but it's lattes. Green tea latte, green tea milk. Both sweet and savory, with a hint of bitterness for the heart. Cute. Stories. My freestyle, free trial, my freestyle. What is a freestyle anyway? My free trial will start tomorrow. Thank you for subscribing to our Fiction Plan free trial. We will have an active subscription to our... We will an active subscription to our Fiction Plan, and we'll start receiving your daily short stories tomorrow. We hope you enjoy the contents we provide. I imagine I will. Shuffled. Yeah, it's fine. Onto the Bridge by Arami Jindru Cafe Leisure. Good name, too. Okay, that seems to be everything that's on my phone for now. What's this do? Yes, I thought so. It brings up, like, the dialogue for... I'll let it actually load. Dialogue! Okay, see this shit. Handy. I'm like... So, in response to his calling, elves immortal douchebags, I'm like, at least you have an eternity to learn to change. He's like, or an eternity to be an eternal asshole. Honestly, elves seem a lot like humans in this game, so I'm guessing that's a lot more likely to be what happens. Just like with humans. If we live forever, most of us would just be assholes forever. I'm not a big fan of our species. If that hasn't already become clear from the fact that I call myself Poison Ivy, welcome to my world. Anyway, says Bailey's, I need to go now and probably drink myself under until the sun rises. You probably should have started doing that a while ago, but, like, because isn't this the middle of the early morning? Oh, never mind. His life. I'm like, there's still a while until sunrise. He's like, more time for me to drink then. Man, I literally in the game said the opposite of what I said in real life. That's kind of funny. Bye, Baileys. See you around too, Miss Freya. Don't try to hit on her. She's into your girlfriend. Thank you. Do visit again. Or not. Aw, Freya looks like she's gonna cry. You were listening from the corridor? She's like, yes. Poor souls. I hope they find a way to be together, or that Lua finds a way to be with Freya. Me too, says Freya. Anyway, I need to leave. I have to get up earlier than usual tomorrow. Okay. I think I'm going to close the shop up after this. It's pretty early, says Freya. No. After the rest of the deliveries come in tomorrow, I'll open as usual. Oh no, it's a grammatical error! Deliveries, in case you're wondering. I really don't actually care. Yes, I know that I'm technically a copy editor and shit, but this is my leisure time. I don't give a crap. Unless it makes the sentence work in a way that's really, really accidentally humorous, and then I give many craps because I enjoy the shit out of that. But unless it, like, leads to some kind of absurd-ism, I just don't care. Okay, says Freya, you have a good night then. You too, I say. A Galahad apparently is a drink you can get. Ginger chai latte, good to calm yet warm your nerve. Especially if you only have one, as most of us do. You know, that's why the saying is you're getting on my nerve. I am walking across the room to get some water, so I will read this as I turn around and come back. Wednesday, September 23rd, 2020. I'm not going to push that button yet until I go get some more water from the sink in my water bottle. Because that's what it's for. Blah, 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 blah. Filling water, and now I am walking back. You're welcome for the play-by-play. I'm sure everyone's absolutely riveted by the sound of my voice describing me doing mundane, stupid tasks so that I don't get dehydrated. Nom, water. I mean, I guess nom's not, you know what, just ignore me. Loading! Load that coffee. Oh, evening whispers. Zombie virus from Africa may have reached Seattle. I don't like that it's from Africa. That's, like, genuinely, that's, kind of fucking xenophobic. Like, why isn't, like, zombie virus from Seattle may reach Africa? You know? Like, actually happened with fucking AIDS and shit in the end. Yes, I know how AIDS came about, like, it's... But, yeah. The bubonic plague, too, like, we've given a lot of shit to Africa. Shit doesn't come out of Africa and come here, especially during colonialism, mostly the other fucking way around. I'll stop ranting. Oh, it's a free newspaper. Okay, that explains why my subscription on my phone for their fiction is free, and why they publish fiction at all. Okay, other headlines. Seattle groceries distribution problems harm local restaurants. Womp womp, that's me. FIRE plans to enforce stricter regulations to manage illegal immigration. Ooh, topical. Especially since I think this game did actually come out in 2019 or 2020. So I assume that is incredibly intentional. Oh, Freya's here, and she seems to be in a good mood. Good evening. I'm like, good gracious. What is wrong with you? She's laughing. Why would I ask that? That's rude. Can't you just enter like a normal customer? I really hope we're good friends, because otherwise, holy fuck, I'm a rude-ass coffee shop owner. Then she apologizes. She's like, I'm so excited to share this with you. What are you talking about? Apparently I'm in a bad mood tonight. I know what I want. I know what to write for my novel. Is it one of your impulsive temporary ideas again? Oh my god, I am a bitch tonight. Hey, don't be rude. I'm being serious here. Okay, just tell me. What are you gonna write about? This coffee shop. And I'm just like, ... What? I'm gonna write stories about this coffee shop and the people who come here. Is that... Can I ethically even agree to this? That seems invasive. And I'm like, ... again. Are you for real? Yes? What if I say you can't do that? I'm not asking permission. But she is a writer, she doesn't have to. That's like a breach of the customer's personal lives, you know? Like, this is actually how I feel, but at the same time, if she fictionalizes it, it's... Unless someone could be like, this is too close to real life, you can't libel that shit or anything, you can't really do anything about it. I would personally not enjoy being one of the customers, though. She's like, relax, I know that. I just need some inspiration from this place. The stories themselves will be loosely based on what I hear and see here. I actually don't get that in real life. I'm not that kind of writer. I understand a lot of writers are, like, they get their inspiration from, like, the real people around them. I just sort of, like, weird ideas pop into my head now and then, or, like, a weird line or a title or some shit like that, and it's just like... it's like the thoughts are triggered by shit I see around me, but not the lives of people that I personally encounter. Yeah, it's just, I don't look down on people who do find inspiration there. That's just not how my brain works, and I find it really interesting that most writers I've met do operate that way.